Hello, it's now Thursday. Let's go through the markets and see what's going on this Thursday morning. Looks like yesterday closed mix, and it looks like pre-market seems to be confirming. We did see a BNO XLE divergence, so Brent crude and energy equities are moving in the opposite directions, which is pretty interesting. So post-CPI, it seems like the narrative is a little more subtle than cool data equals risk on. If you look at the tape, it looks like gold pressed on real volume and VIX fell, but the TLT stayed flat. So what we saw yesterday was defensive sectors, not cyclicals, led the actual close, even though the index was green. So even though we're kind of expecting a clean rate relief trade, that would need cyclicals and bonds and gold moving together. And since they're not, this is an interesting thing to watch as PPI comes out this morning at 8:30. If it comes in hot today and yields jump while gold gives back its gains, then that's going to confirm the defensive tell to be cautious. If PPI is soft and then cyclicals and bonds finally join gold in leading, then that would be the relief trade. It was just running late and not wrong. So it's interesting to see how this macro plays out this morning. Things are kind of flat, waiting around for that. If we look at the overall, gold's giving back some of its gains this morning, continuing high, kind of a lower volume, indecisive candle. So slightly higher than usual. XLE is getting topped out on low volume. ITA is just kind of hanging out on low volume, consolidating further, as we saw defensives kind of lead yesterday, and they're up slightly this morning. Let's go through here. Let's see what's going on. Dell was an interesting scenario. Dell's up pretty high this morning, 4.5% after yesterday's 9.8%. That blew through the line in the sand on relatively high volume, moderate volume. And that did trigger a buy signal from our watch list, but it's up pre-market because of another ticker that's in that space had good earnings, and Dell doesn't come out with earnings until the 3rd of September. So we're watching this, waiting for the cash zone, 468, 475. If it comes back on low volume and tests that, then we might put a buy stop at 488 or just buy into that. So watching that this morning. Krone looks like it's softening as the bank left rates 4.25 and signaled early progress on inflation. So watching that this morning. USDJPY, the yen strength is dominating. It's really just consolidating. The government ramps up expectations for the September BOJ rate hike, and it's just testing the support zone. And then British pound tried to pass that July 15th level that it previously touched, had some sellers come in, the next candle slammed it down underneath the 20-day. Downward revisions to May's data, markets weighing the Bank of England's policy step. So yesterday was a CPI print that was interesting to watch. We stayed out of it. We did not try to make any temporary money. We're not into that. And look at this morning's runs. Looks like everything ran. So let's see. Let's go through some of the trades. And let's see what we're looking at here. Where is my, what is this? Gold cross again. Cool. IHI, we got into this a few days ago. It's good. Kind of a high volume fill there. Sellers came in, pushed it back up past that line. That looks pretty good. And we're going to keep the stop as it is until the 20-day catches up. Closing solid, strong. Stop loss remains. Cool. RVMD. Old school consolidator. I think we did this before we waited for confirmation. And it's drifting on low volume as it approaches our price target. These biotech stocks, I do not want to stay in them long. Once we hit the price target, we're out. Pre-market's down. High volume yesterday. Not looking too good. We're going to keep this as it is. We do expect a pullback. What is this? So, it did close a little within the range there. Stop loss remains. Let's just see where this goes. ANF. Pre-market flat. And we had the same volume as the previous day. Just testing that level. What are we doing here? We'll move this up just a touch. Is this harmonic? Not sure. Oops. Okay. FSLY. I think a lower volume up thrust candle. Pre-market's where it's at. I'm going to move this up just in case. Pre-market flat. Is this flat or what? Pre-market up slightly. Okay, FSLY. Alright, let's see what we got. Path. 1527. So flat pre-market. Same says as a moderate volume, indecisive candle. Moving stop up just a touch. Path. Okay. BAC's further riding the XLF XLF movement here. I'm going to keep this thing running. This is looking good. And we broke the January level. And it's just further flight. I think signal deck only gives you 6 months of time, which is fine because I can go in and label these later. But yeah, this is looking strong. Let's see. I'm just going to keep the stop. Let's just move it up just a touch, just underneath. Back. And that's a higher volume. Harmonic candle. Further strength on the macro sector. XLF. This chart seems to be respecting the 20-day on this reset. Markup. Markup. Just make sure I'm still showing Echo. Pre-market. Trying to overtake that pullback there. Higher volume. Seems respectful. Plus remains. EUFN. I don't know what's going on with that, but the stop loss should remain. Very odd looking price action here. Have a high volume upthrust almost previous day. Just another day of indecisive candles. Plus remains. IQLT. Pre-market is just slamming. This is so crazy. Okay. So we had a 1, 2, 3, 4 day of down volume consolidation, and it's just up huge. So we're going to probably watch this at the morning open and possibly move this to the additional price target. Really got to go back and look at this setup because this is just crazy. Yeah, primary and aggressive is up there. So we're going to watch this, maybe move it underneath. I think that's probably what we should do. 52.98. Okay, so it's delayed a little bit. No, 52.58. I'm going to probably move this to 51.54. Where's this at? 51.10. Yeah, okay. So how much is this up? Up 0.7. Just under the recent consolidation. Last 4 days. Because this is approaching the primary price target. Just a good, solid trade. Sometimes we need that. EPOL. Low volume indecisive candle sitting flat. The stop is where the price target is way above the 20-day, but I'm fine with that. Cool. Last one is man, which has been giving me some trouble. So this is an interesting one. It has, so it's just getting further into the consolidation there. This was before my further confirmation strategy. So 20-day catching up to price, low volume, as this move continues to consolidate. Stop loss remains. Okay, got a good looking book today. Let's look at the runs, view history, see what we're doing here. Starbucks and Dell. So we had Starbucks show up on the scanner this morning. And if you followed the live stream for a while, you've seen me make and lose money on Starbucks. I've lost and made money on this thing. Price action's pretty gross. But we are seeing a cup and handle on this guy. So we are watching that, and it's really good when you see a confluence that's showing up on the leadership filter. I like that. Dell showing up just probably of yesterday's volume, honestly. CFG, further consolidating. I'm pretty sure we have this on our list. If we don't, we need to add it. Yep. CFG. Just more financials. We're seeing so many financials just sit and consolidate. PNC, another one. We got into financials a while back from our strategy that we've been testing internally. Got in, still in that guy. We don't have a stop because it's just really signal based. How far is this thing can run? So now it's in blue sky territory. That's crazy. So we're seeing further upside in financials. This is a little consolidation, but this is why it's so important to learn the macro. Most every financial is consolidating. And then what do we got here? Merck. We had Johnson Controls show up yesterday. Johnson. This guy. Yeah, it's like a high tide flag. Low volume pullback. Non-harmonic. Yeah, low volume pullback. I'm pretty sure we got that on the list somewhere. I think I just have an alert on it. Where's this up? So anyway, there's a lot of good setups out here right now. You just gotta learn to sit on your hands, which is the hardest part. Bull flag breakout. I had a really smart intern create this strategy. And every time I see it, these setups are always great. I just don't take them personally. I'm trying to just stick to one thing. Power trend on DHT. Yeah. I don't like that. And then pocket pivot. Okay, whatever. Okay. So yeah, we got plenty to look at this morning. So what are we looking at? Let's go through some of these charts real quick, since we got some time. Novo's further breaking down. Walmart seeing high moderate volume. What else we got? Nvidia. Missed the move on Nvidia, but that's the way it goes. Google, CVS, EPOL. We need to move some of these because I already have positions in these guys. Visa, Bank of America, we're in that. Geo's further consolidating. That thing's gonna slam. BMY's hitting the 20 or the 20 day. Is it the 200 day? 20. Thing's so close to price target. Eco, FXD. Still waiting on the Japanese yen to potentially hit cash zone on that. And Johnson Control. Always been looking at ICE. Okay, yeah, so that's what we're doing this morning. So what do we got? We got moves and stops, and CFG, really just any really good bank to the list. And got a few positions that should be potentially hitting stops. So we'll see how that goes. I got the PPI at 8:30. So I'll be posting that on Twitter, and we'll see how it goes. So yeah, have a good one.